Hello, Chicago. Welcome to the Bear Down Ball Out podcast. It's your man, Big Drew, here. And even though we're a Bear Down podcast, we like to show love to all the Chicago sports teams and just the general active outdoor lifestyle. And today we're going to talk a little bit about the Bulls. I haven't covered them much this season because, let's be honest, they haven't had much to really cover. And the Bulls have just blown up their entire squad. They finally did it. They ripped the band-aid off and they literally just traded away half the team. Pretty much all the team, all the great players on the team. We traded Vucevic away. We traded Kobe White away. We traded Io DeSumo away. And we got a handful of players here right before the trade deadline. And we also got a whole bunch of draft picks. So let's kind of break it down, what we're feeling, what we're thinking here. Now, right off the bat, your initial impression is to kind of be pissed off and be like, what the hell is this dumpster fire that we just got here for a team? We don't even know all the different players. If I kind of look at the names that we got Rob Dillingham, Leonard Miller, Anthony Simmons, Colin Sexton, Jaden Ivey, Gershon Yabusele, and Nick Richards. A couple of them, Ivy's supposed to be a pretty solid player. Anthony Simmons is supposed to be a solid player. Yabusele, looks like he's got a physical presence. But are any of them Giannis? Not even close. So I actually didn't want Giannis. I think going out there and trading for the ultimate superstar and then having to pay him another max contract generally doesn't work out. It's hard to chase the ring that way and generally doesn't work out. So do I think all this squad that we just put together is going to be a playoff caliber team? I do not. I do not think we're going to make the playoffs and be a playoff caliber team. I think this is a stair step process that they shed players, they shed salary, and then here in the next offseason, we're going to do a whole another set of trades or cuts and waves, and then we're going to go after some bigger name players. In the modern NBA, if you don't have the superstar, you got to draft it. So we might be on that tanking process here. We might be trying to finally tank, get lucky in the lottery, and draft a pick. Reinsdorf is getting old. And maybe Reinsdorf said, let's actually finally make some moves. I want to go after a title one last time before I die. It's cutthroat. I know it sounds wild, but Reinsdorf also owns the White Sox. For those of you who are watching and not Chicago tuned in, Reinsdorf owns the Bulls and the White Sox, and he made a deal to sell the White Sox to one of the Ishbia brothers. It has a weird contingency. It can't kick in until 2028 or something. It has a final date of 2032. But it's really basically if he dies, Ishbia gets the team. Anytime before that, they have the option to complete the sale. So maybe this is now the process of him saying, hey, this is going to be another couple year. We're going to take a run at the Bulls. We're going to take a run at the championships before I die because he's not selling the team yet to the Bulls. So that's probably, what we're really hoping. Now, Vucevic is gone. I wasn't the biggest Vuce fan. He's not a traditional center. He's not a big man center. He's really just a forward that shoots three-pointers. The trade was big when we got him. Everyone was excited. But he doesn't dominate in the paint. He doesn't instill his will on people. And sometimes that's what you really need out of a center. So they traded him. Be gone. We got some second round draft picks for him. We traded Kobe White, who actually is the 3-point leader for the Chicago Bulls. That's kind of a wild concept. I didn't wrap my brain around that for a while. I instantly would think John Paxson, Steve Kerr, maybe even Ben Gordon, Kyle Korver, all 3-point specialists, but Kobe White is the 3-point leader on the Bulls. He's been here for a little bit. He's been a solid player, but he's never been a superstar. You know, we've never really got much playoffs. We've never really even won the playoff game. So, you know, it's tough to see him go. Io DeSumo, real tough to see him go. Everybody really liked him. He's a great guy. He does a lot of stuff in the community and basketball things with the youth. He's also a Chicago kid and a huge Bears fan. So it's real tough to see him go. I would have liked to see him stay. I really, really would. But that's probably the big difference. Us as fans, we're emotionally tied to our sports teams, and there's guys we really like. But if you take the emotions out and you just look at the stats and you just look at our win-loss record, it hasn't happened. So Io DeSumo hasn't turned into a superstar worthy of just keeping no matter what. And that's where the management and the business of professional sports takes over. And this was a business move. This was a business trade. Now, overall, I'm really pissed at the Bulls in the last 20 years. They haven't done anything. There's a lot of things we'll talk about in another video of why we're here in this position. But when we look at trades, Karnishova, AK, the general manager, has not got a first round draft pick for any of the trades. Not for Vooch, not for Io, not for Kobe White, not for Zach LaVine, not for DeMar DeRozan or Caruso. He's not getting good trades. He's getting fleeced at the market, and we're not getting good players back, and we're not getting good trades. So, you know, if anything needs to happen, we need to fire him. He needs to go. It's time to get a new GM. He has not brought a real respectable basketball team to this city. So, sorry, AK. We meet in person. I'll tell it to your face. You're not doing the job. It's time to go. You already got your paychecks. We need somebody better who's doing better trades, better signing, and putting a better team on the ball court. Because 8 big players traded away and not one single first round draft pick. The modern NBA, I said it earlier, you got to have a great draft in order to, score on some players. If you were going to do anything on this whole trade thing, we needed to get rid of Patrick Williams. We're paying him $90 million frickin' dollars, and he's terrible. He's terrible out there. And he was one of your big draft picks, and you completely missed. You traded away Caruso for Josh Giddey, and Giddey's he is just a drama queen with his long hair and his personal problems that happened off the court with him banging some underage girl. There's just so much stuff. And Caruso, what happened? He won a championship as soon as we traded him away because he's a great player. He's a great team guy. No way should we have traded him. So that's where we're at, guys. I'm not going to go too long on this. We'll see how much Bulls team we cover the rest of the season. We're probably not going to make the playoffs, so it's probably really not going to be worth talking about. But I hope the new guys, maybe we'll do a quick video after we see a couple of weeks of stats here, get through the All-Star break. Let's see how they look on the court. And then maybe we'll do an update video about which of the guys we really want to keep and we're surprised about and that are actually bringing their game, and which of them are just paid meat and that we're just going to ship them off here to the meat factory slaughterhouse here by the end of the season as we rebuild for a traditional championship run Chicago Bulls team. Keep your chin up. Don't take this too personal. It's just business. Bear down, ball out. Hit that subscribe button and drop some comments here.